When I decided to scramble out on the snow and ice on a breakwall just outside Buffalo, New York, I really didn't know what I was getting myself into.
I'm out here on the outer edges of the waterfront. Waves are coming in. They're hitting the wall. It's probably 15 to 20 feet above the water line. And when they're done, the spray is higher than these 40-foot tall trees coming out there. It's freezing out here. Alright, so I've left my camera here, and I'm going to try to go through these trees and get a little further out if I can.
So I headed out and started to scramble through the rocks and debris in the Arctic cold. It was brutal. These rocks were really hard to walk on. They hurt. So I'd been scrambling, or really stumbling, over these rocks for, 20 minutes, and finally I got to this great view. It was amazing and, quite frankly, terrifying.
Oh, the waves are here. Oh, right here.
I could see the waves breaking over the outer breakwall. And I guess they must have been about 20 foot in height before they hit the wall itself, turned into spray. It was awesome. So I just kept walking. And I knew that one wrong step and I'm dead. I mean, I looked at that water and I was kind of spooked. So anyway, I did what I could and I tried not to be a dumbass. I tried to head to the left, but I was on those ankle breaker rocks. And that didn't help.
A little bit further.
Every step I took made me morbidly afraid. I knew that if I just slipped, fell off that wall into the water, there's no climbing out. And this stuff was icy and really slippery. So I just kept going, and I tried to make a little further to find shelter from the wind.
Take some separate shots of the waves. Let's say, go a little further.
As I stumbled out further on the wall, I realized I made the right choice by leaving my heavy camera gear behind. I mean, the reality is, I'm not as young as I used to be, and this stuff was intense. And then something happened, and I thought I was a dead man. But I managed to stop myself from going in. I was happy about that. But eventually, I did make it to a place where I could get shelter from the wind, and that was actually kind of nice.
Okay, I gotta admit, it's pretty scary out here. The wind is high. Deadly ice is right there. And I'm way the hell out on this unknown breakwall. And the wind is really high. And these exploding deadly waves are just hitting that breakwall. And it's really, really cold. Anyway, now I gotta go back through all this. Well, yeah, seems like I'm better off going in there. Okay, this is me trying to go back in.
So, there it is. 10 feet from certain death. And I had now been out here for a couple hours and I was getting pretty tired. And it was a long walk back to the lighthouse and then further to my car. And looking at those waves surging gave me a deeply creepy feeling. And those rocks weren't my friend either. They sort of sucked. Anyway, my point being is I had made all this work to shoot some video footage. But the terrain was so tough I couldn't even bring my good camera.
That's enough for me for one day.
I knew I had a long way to walk back, and I felt a slight bit of relief, and I felt pretty stupid for being out there alone just to film some waves. I kind of wondered if I was going to get any good footage anyway. But as I got back closer to my equipment, I knew I made the right choice not to carry it out, not to risk falling in.
Boy, I hope all this was worth it. Really, really difficult.
And eventually, I made it back to get my camera.
Well, made it back to my camera. Now, I gotta walk all the way back in there. Okay, that's enough. Check in a bit.
And as if scrambling off the pier itself wasn't enough, then I had another quarter-mile walk just to get back to my vehicle. And boy, I was glad when I did.
I'll be looking forward to getting one now.
So I shot my footage, I got in my car, and I got ready to drive home to work on editing the footage. I think I got some good stuff, and I thought I'd give you guys a sample of what it looks like. Here's the finished video.